Good afternoon. It's Ogama Great Najuan, Chippewa of Nawash and Cedar First Nation. I'd like to begin by wishing everyone a healthy and happy and productive 2021, this being the first update of the year. Having said that, we were almost through 2020 when on the last day of the year we had a couple of COVID tests that were positive. Actually only one and one since, so there are a total of 2 positive COVID cases in the community, same bubble, same household. So we are doing our best to follow the protocols that our emergency response working group has set out. We've isolated the individuals that tested positive, and through contact tracing we've reached out and isolated those that we figure may have been in close proximity to the individuals that have tested positive. They are now going through a time frame where if the virus has spread, it needs an incubation period, and after that incubation period has passed, we're going to have all of the individuals COVID tested. Hopefully the results will be favorable with negative testing, but we have to address whatever situation is at hand after the testing. So what we are asking the community, because it is up to each individual to stop the spread of any virus, and the way we do that is reiterate the need of hand washing, of the wearing of our masks, and of social distancing or physical distancing. We were doing very well, and hopefully we can nip this situation in the bud. But again, I must stress, it is by every individual, every member of the community being aware that we can stop the spread, and the way we do it, and I'll say it again, is by wearing masks, by limiting numbers, and by continuous washing of our hands and surfaces. So I can't stress that enough. The situation also is one that is health related, and there's confidentiality that has to be taken into consideration. The names of individuals that have been tested or are going to be tested are held in confidence, and it's the law, and we will follow those protocols. Because of the situation of increasing cases in the territory, where now what is called or referred to as a gray area. Being under the gray area protocol means that going forward until further notified, there are to be no indoor gatherings or events, and that the numbers are are to be only with the family household, or what has been referred to as the family bubble. Outdoor gatherings are now relegated to a total of 10. So if there's an outdoor wedding, it will be to a total of 10 people, including clergy. In the case of celebrations of life, that is also relegated to a total number of 10, including the service and the interment. And this number of 10 includes all those involved. And we have to include the clergy that are present during these times. We have learned to live to date in a totally different norm. What we do have going for us, and still have going for us, is that we are in our traditional territory, and we are aware of areas on the land that we can visit, that we can exercise on, and still stay isolated. We have hiking trails. We have places where we can go and be alone and reminisce and be with the water, be with the land, be with our surroundings. And I advise people to use this as an opportunity to visit our environment, to rekindle our relationship with the land. I've said in the past, and I'll refer to it again, a statement out of one of now deceased Richard Wagamisa's books, that the greatest ceremony that we as individuals can have is between ourselves and our Creator. We don't need large gatherings. We can conduct these ceremonies when we feel that we need strength, and I advise people to take this under consideration, and if we have to need assistance, need energy, need a state of revitalizing, to do that, to do our ceremony, to speak to our Creator, to ask for help, and to stay strong, as the Anishinaabeg people have done for centuries, and will continue doing for centuries. Again, I will share with the community the way businesses will continue to stay open. They have to follow strict guidelines. These guidelines require them to be masked when they're dealing with people one-on-one. It also means that physical distancing of 6 feet must happen. It means that we all, again, must work together to make sure we stop the spread of this virus. The businesses will be stay open, providing they agree to follow these stricter guidelines. We are continuing to work hand in hand with the health center. We talk to each other on a regular basis. We include each other in discussions with the Department of Health. We've had discussions with the Indigenous Services Health Director and have reached out to ask for assistance if needed going forward. And they have agreed, and they are working with us to make sure that we dot the I's and cross the T's and cover all of the bases. Who is allowed in the community? We ask that the community members restrict their travel, that if need be, that they go out for sundries, groceries, or prescriptions, that they do this individually, or at the most maybe with two in the vehicle. We again ask our residents that live out of the community to limit their visitations to essential visits only. We aren't saying that you are not to come into the community, but we are asking that you limit your travel into community only to those essential visits. I think by doing this and working together, we will stop the spread, and we will get out of this situation quicker. We at this time are going to be respecting each other. We're going to make sure that the health, for health and safety reasons, that we follow that the protocol and the recommendations of our community emergency response working group, that the community realizes that we are very diligent in following up on suspected spreads, that in the very near future that we are going to be setting up to immunize our community members, that we have a council member that is working with others on a small working group to work through the logistics of immunizing community members, and this person will be sharing the expectations of this working group. This person is a community counselor, and he will be doing and presenting the expectations of this working group to the community in the very near future. I thank the community for the support they have given others in this very trying time, and we will be doing updates going forward on a weekly basis. Miigwech, and everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Till next time, miigwech.